Hello my lovelies and welcome back to Sigil. Here we are once again, and where are we exactly? We're in the Hive at the moment, which we haven't entirely explored. To the northwestern portion of the Hive, what's this? Office of Vermin and Disease Control, that could be interesting. To the southeastern portion of the Hive, God, it's so big, isn't it? A hive dwelling. Okay, let's just have a wander and talk to people and see what happens. You see a lean, tired-looking man. His clothes reek of dirt and sweat, and he looks out of breath. He ignores you as you approach. He looks like one of the common labourers in the marketplace. Leave him alone. Alright. Who's this guy? There's an orc up here. A great darkness shall fall on the city. The factions shall be cast out. Oh, doomsayers. Craddock. You see a huge man watching the arena with tight-lipped frown and narrowed eyes. He is hunched slightly as if bearing a heavy load on his shoulders. The unpleasant smell of sweat and dirt wafts from his clothes. Nice. Greetings. The man glances down at you and his frown deepens. Aye, what you sniffing around here for? You Craddock? Mayhap. He studies your face as if trying to recall you. If I am, what be it to you? I come with a message from Bayon the sender. The message states the shipment must be incursed by the third day or there will be a penalty. Craddock, by the hells, can they be such fools that they think we can miracle it there? Alright then, your message has found its way to the right ears for all the good it will do. What's the problem? Look around you! Craddock nods at the labourers in the marketplace, then scowls. These laggards and half-wits can barely keep up with the load as it stands, and now it needs doing in half the time. Yeah, do you need any help? I'll tell you what I need. All my men to show up for work. July's gone missing since this morn, and I need him back. Yeah, where did he go? That hive-bred goat is probably passed out on the street somewhere by the smouldering corpse when he should be here helping us, worthless sod. Yeah, I could go find him for you. Oh yeah, could you? Craddock squints at you. And now, why would you do that? You need the help, don't you? It doesn't sound like you can spare the time to go looking for him, and there's work to be done. Yeah. Craddock is silent for a moment, then nods. Aye, you find July. You tell him to drag his worthless bub-ridden hide here. I'll pay you for your trouble. Yeah, he frowns. When you'd found him, now get... alright, yeah, I know where the smouldering corpse is. That's another quest, that's cool. Hive Dweller. Gahoa, is this another Gith? Looks like it. You see a thin, yellow-skinned humanoid covered with a variety of dazzling tattoos. Yeah, it's another Gith. It could be a Gith Yankee, or it could be a Gith Zerai, I'm not sure. His eyebrows have been accented with black charcoal lines, and his teeth are filed to points. He sees you and waves you over, rattling his dice in his hand. Oh dear. Greetings. He's about to speak when his eyes, shining and black like orbs of jet, he's definitely a Gith, fall upon Darkon. The two of them stare silently at one another for a moment, before the tattooed, it's a Gith Zerai. Before the tattooed Gith Zerai's gaze returns to you. His voice is low and raspy. Gahoa greets you. You have come to play a game, yes? No. But I had some questions. Gahoa's smile fades in an instant. He shakes his head. No interesting questions, have I? Only the game, the turning of the die, the glint of coin won or lost, yes? He shakes the bone dice in his palm. You have no interest in these things? Oh, fine, we'll have one game. Gawa reaches into his tunic and pulls out a coin. This coin? Your coin. He places it at your feet and pulls out another. This coin? Gahoa's. He places it at his own feet, then holds up two dice between his thumb and index finger. The dice, we both roll one, yes? Go on. You roll higher, both coins. He snatches the coins up from the ground and prefers them to you, yours. Gahoa roll higher. He quickly tucks the coppers back into his tunic. Mine. Neither rolls higher. The coin stays for another roll. So, how much coin will lie at your feet? Interesting. If I roll higher, but I get both coins, basically. I'll go for 10. You both roll the dice until you roll higher. You pick up the coins and put them away. Gahoa nods, frowning. It is enough for now. Perhaps we shall play again later, you and I. Yeah, is something wrong? Gahoa regards you closely for a moment, then nods. Never do I indulge in Hashma's folly. Never do I cheat, human. But I see fortune, read it, know it in the face of a man. However, in you I see nothing. I know nothing. You have no luck, no fortune, neither good nor ill. Or you make your own, perhaps. I do not know. He places his dice back into his tunic. We might play later, perhaps, but no more this moment. Interesting. What was that about? So, we're a fortune teller without any fortunes. Lim Lim. Hive merchant? Hive dweller? Lots of labourers and whatnot around this place. This is a street prophet, isn't it? This grim-looking woman spares you only a brief glance before returning to her rant on top of the stage. She has a powerful voice that carries across the marketplace, even cutting through the noise made by the merchants and the surrounding foot traffic. Leave her alone. Yeah, for now, let's just leave her be. It's a labourer. Okay, so... Reekwind. Have you spoken to Reekwind yet? This man is looking at you with a strange bug-eyed stare. His eyes are huge. So huge they look ready to pop out of his sockets and roll across the cobblestones. He nods eagerly as you approach, bobbing his head like a bird, and as you near him, you suddenly notice the smell of urine of feces surrounding him. Greetings. The man sniffles, wiping his nose on his sleeve, then opens his mouth to reveal blackened, rotted gums. Stories for coin, sirrah. His breath reeks. It smells like this man has been keeping rotten meat stored inside his mouth. Stories for coin. Who are you? The man snorts thick with phlegm. Names, names. Who you are, who you are. His head does a slight twitch every time he repeats himself. Names, dangerous, dangerous. He glances at the ground and stirs the dirt with his foot. Dangerous? Knowing a name or being stuck with one, both's a mess of trouble. He looks back up at you. My name's a given name, not one asked for. Reekwind. Once again, you become conscious of his reeking breath and the smell of urine and feces that surrounds him. A given name, a given name. An appropriate name. Not my true name. True name. Reekwind mumbles on, his head twitching every time he says name. A true name's a dangerous thing, gives others power. Actually, in the D&D world it does, yeah. If you know the true name of like an elemental creature, like a demon or a god or something, you can control it to a degree. He stares at you with his huge eyes and wags his finger. Keep your name secret, keep it close, never let it out. What do you mean? Names are like smells, things can track you with them. Yeah, that's true too. Reekwind coughs, his eyes almost popping out of his skull as he does so. His cough seems to loosen his bowels, for he breaks wind loudly, as if to accentuate his point. This guy's gross. If someone knows a true name, it gives them power. He licks his lips, the power to hurt. I don't know my true name. Reekwind's eyes widen. Seeing his eyeballs bulge even larger makes you uneasy. Then you are blessed, blessed. Remain nameless, and you shall be as a spirit on the plains, untraceable, untrackable, unseen, undiscovered. That's kind of true. He smacks his gums wetly. A name chosen, a name given, it allows others to find you and hurt you. Yeah, that's true too. Have you been hurt? Reekwind gives a twitching nod, then scratches himself. Let my name slip once, only once, only once. His eyes film over as if the memory is painful, then glances at you uneasily. Tell you the story I can, I will, but 3 coppers must I see. His face splits into a smile as he says the word coppers, and his reeking breath hits you like a hammer. Fair enough, yeah. Reekwind gets into a stance, looks left, looks right, then faces you. His face clenches, then with a grunt he breaks wind again. The smell nearly levels you, but he takes no notice. Cursed Eye walks the wards in splendour. He stands up stiffly, nose high in the air. He saunters back and forth, nodding to invisible passers-by. Listen. My journal. Reekwind freezes, his arms akimbo, crossed paths with a crossed one, had the looking of a pumpkin, his seeds, curses. Reekwind then thrusts his belly out so as to appear fat, slicks back his hair with his filthy palm so he looks almost bald, and begins drumming his fingers on his fat belly. He then walks about, circling the spot where his stuffy upper-class persona used to be. All a jumble with curses this one was. With a sneer and a careless gesture, Reekwind tosses an invisible curse at the stuffy persona. Listen. Knew my name. Let it slip I had. All it took it all. He stiffens up again, inhaling deeply and resuming his upper-class persona. The persona suddenly crumples, and Reekwind breaks wind violently, then exhales, filling the air with his foul, reeking breath. Cursed with stenches, smells, excrement. Came here to tell tales, all good for now. Now Reekwind is the name, given name, given name. Interesting. Okay. Farewell for now. He's interesting, isn't he? Gross, but really interesting. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Actually, I think we're more than a match for these guys now, so... I've said that now, of course.
Your will be done.
Oh, no. Oh, no! I've said that now, of course. There we go. Right. Let's pick up some of the stuff. Lovely. What have we got? Ooh! Rusty dagger. No, we don't want that. What have we got here? Rusty dagger. Don't really want that. Oh, he's still alive.
What's up?
Okay.
All right.
Let's see if we can take this guy. Oh, he's gone. He's running off. Alright, fair enough. We could actually do with an inn or something to heal. To be honest. Who's this guy? Look at him. Gitzerai townsperson. I mean, it's not unusual to see creatures like Gitzerai knocking about Sigil. It's not unusual at all. In fact, there should be all sorts here. Demons. There's a demon. There should be angels as well. There should be all sorts of creatures. Who have we got here? Creedon. I think we've spoken to Creedon already. The symbol above this door identifies this as the Office of Vermin and Disease Control. Have we spoken to Creedon? The foul-looking man is quick to notice he's caught your attention. In moments he's up on you, hawking his wares. He carries a long wooden pole. Dozens of skinned and cut rats dangle from it. As he speaks, he gestures to them with a broad, filth-encrusted hand, smiling a yellow, snaggle-toothed grin all the while. Oi, Cutter, how you doing there? What sort of delicious rats is you're interested in this fine day? Examine the ratses. Each rat has been skinned and gutted, their feet and tails removed. They dangle from the pole by hooks punched through their necks. As you examine the various manners in which they've been prepared, you realise their heads are slightly misshapen. A bulbous knot of bone protrudes from each cranium, covered in whorls that gives it the appearance of brain tissue. Oh, yes, these are brain rats. Ah, you've got a keen eye there, Cutter. All I sell is brain vermin, I do. I'm sure you'll find they've got a much richer flavour than your usual rat. Quite nice, really. It prefers them to you once more, waving the pole before your face enticingly. The rats sway to and fro, hooked like tiny sides of beef. Brain vermin? Aye, Cutter, brain vermin, foul creatures they are. Now your normal rats, they just eat stored goods and multiply, spread disease and all that. A nuisance, really, no more. Your cranium rat, though, brain vermin, what I go after, they're just trouble. When you get more than a handful of the little pikers together, they start to get smart on you, sometimes real smart. Yeah, cranium rats, when they're together, they form like a hive intelligence and they can be very smart. Sure, as I'm standing here, before you they do. If I ran across any more than 2 score of them, I'd flee from me case like that. He snaps to emphasise the point. I would. You get that many of them in a pack, why, they get smart as a man, they do. Go on. Here's my best advice for you, Cutter. If you're bent on catching brain vermin, stick to small packs. A dozen or so at most, but I'll tell you, he steps close, his breath fetid in your face, and speaks in a hushed tone. You run into more than that, more than a couple of dozen, you run like you're in the shadow of the lady. He backs away from you again. Why? What is there to fear? Sorcery, Cutter. Sorcery. He gets enough of those little fiends in his space, they gain all sorts of odd powers. Yeah, they become intelligent enough to cast spells at one point. Make a basher's brain pour out his ears, they will. Downright frightening. It's just wrong, I tell you. That's why Sigil is so eager to be rid of them, the bounty and all. Oh, bounty, yeah. That's right, Cutter. There's a Burke in the Office of Vermin and Disease Control named a Lord who pays a bounty on them. A copper a head. A tail it is, aye. But they gotta be brain vermin, they do, not just ordinary rats. Tell me more about Lort. His name's Phineas. Phineas Lort. That's a great name. Think he was some sort of eye-up he was, put down by his rivals and stuck here in the arse end of Sigil. The Burke sits in there alone all the night and day, it seems, waiting for folk to bring in tales and paying them a bounty. You know the best part? Poor sod must be allergic to rats, because he's always got a huge rash going. Powers be praised, I ain't that fella. Yeah, right? Put down, any idea? Well, he's right chatty he is. He'll rattle his bone box for hours on just how smart he is and the like. Maybe that's got something to do with it. He shrugs. Yeah, perhaps I'll go speak to him. He touches your arm. I see you're leaving, Cutter. Before you go, wish you like a nice, delicious ratsy? One for the road, you might? Oh, why not, yeah. Good, Cutter, good. What sort was you like? He points to each in turn with a grimy fingernail. I got them baked, spiced, broiled and charred. All fresh, all scrumptious, and only 3 coppers for 2. I'll have mine spiced, thank you. You hand over your coppers, and in one swift motion he runs a pair of spiced rats through with a wooden skewer, unhooks them, and places them in your hand. He winks at you. Enjoy, Cutter. I'll eat it, yeah. The rat meat is aromatic and quite spicy, apparently marinated in some sort of herbal mixture before being cooked. It is a bit greasy and rather rich, tasting of some other meat you're sure you've had before. The man looks at you expectantly. Did you like? Would you like another? It was good, but I had a question for you. No, I'm gonna go now, thank you. No thanks, farewell. But yeah, fun. So you can eat, you know, you can have fun eating the rats too. Oh, hi, fugs. I'm going to avoid them for now. Harlot? Oh, fuck.
I hear your
See
word.
that?
Ooh. Ooh. Very nice.
Your will be done.
Ooh, he's not doing
gone.
too well, our nameless one here. He's a little bit low on health. I'm going to send my friend Dark on here to take care of these guys, because he's amazing. Oh, he's dead! Fuck! I said he was amazing and then he dies. Fuck. So how do we resurrect him? Right, what do we do then? Whispering Flask, what's that? We don't need that anymore. I can drop that. I can drop that. I can drop that. That I can use. What's this? This container holds a peculiar powder called Whispering Motes, loose translation of the Gith expression, a form of healing powder commonly used by the Githzerai on the plane of Limbo. When the stopper is pulled and the spice touched on the skin of a wounded person, the spice travels through the injured person's body, generating raw matter to fill up the holes in this physical form, no matter how small or large. In order for the spice to work, the user must concentrate on its healing effects. With the proper discipline, a practiced Githzerai can even heal the greatest of wounds. In addition to its curative properties, it is also the element in several of their rites of passage. It is believed that the spice also fills in the holes in a person's psyche, removing any doubts and giving them focus and purpose. That's cool. Take that, yeah. Oh crap, my inventory's full. I don't need that. I can drop that. Don't need those. I'll keep the prayer beads, obviously. I don't need the jagged knife. I'll keep the cobblestone because I think that's a quest item. Now,
I'm gone.
how do we resurrect our friend here? I think we've got magic that will enable us to do that, actually. Spells and abilities, special abilities, raise dead, Darkon. There we go. Yay! Sorry, Darkon, man. Oh dear, he's not looking too good now either.
Balance in all things. All right.
We're going to have to be a little bit more careful, clearly, because we're not really up to taking on too many monsters and things at the moment. Oh no, I want to keep that. Shouldn't have put the clot charm down. Who's this? Oh, collector. Couple of those knocking about. Who's that? Crier of Essenon. Hive Thug, no, I'm keeping away from him. Don't want to fight anyone at the moment if I can help it. Who's this? Hive Merchant? Actually, what have we got in our inventory? Have we got any healing items I can use? Not much. That is a healing item. So, yeah, I think I might use that, actually, if I can. Yeah, use. Give us just a little bit of healing. The Ornate Box, Whispering Flask. That's more something for our friend here, really, isn't it? Oh god, it's getting dark. What's this place? This window, if that's what it is, seems to be made from a blue stone that shifts and bends as you look at it. It glows softly in the dim light of the city. Interesting. It looks like a temple of some description, doesn't it? Should we have a look? Yeah, why not? Hopefully we won't get attacked when we go in here or something. Oh, it's a dwelling. It looks like a city. Like a temple, rather. Oh, Okay, it looks fairly innocuous at the moment. I don't want to steal from her, so I'm going to leave for now. Interesting.
I'm gone.
Let's have a look at the map and see where we are. So that's a dwelling. Braskin's Kip. Oh, that sounds like a place where we can heal and where we can sleep. There's hive thugs outside of it, though. That's probably not for the best. Let's just run in. There we go. So it's a dwelling. Who's that? Braskin. In a loud, booming voice, Braskin asks, "What in the name of the abyss are you doing in my house? Leave now before I make you even more ugly than you already are." Alright, fair enough. Yeah. Ooh, thought it might be an inn or something, but no.
I'm gone.
I mean, one of the better things about this game compared to Baldur's Gate is that it's very quick. You can run away from a lot of the troubles and things, or like these guys, for example. Where does this go? Northwestern portion of the hive. Hive dwelling, the marketplace. To the Alley of Dangerous Angles. Interesting. We're not going there yet, definitely. Let's head this way. And see where... Oh, fuck!
Son.
Oh, not again! Fuck! Well, this is going fabulously well, isn't it? This session?
I'm hurt.
I know!
I'm gone.
Ah! Fucking hell. This is not going well at all. Let's run into somewhere and then maybe we can use our magic on Darkon. Hopefully they won't follow us. Dear me. But that does seem to be the way it goes at the moment. Spells and abilities, special abilities, raise dead, Darkon. Okay, right. We are back to where we're supposed to be. Oh, this looks like it's a place where we can at least maybe sleep. Let's have a look. Arlo. You see a short, balding man standing in what serves as the foyer to this ramshackle flophouse. His bushy brows are furrowed in concentration as he picks up what appears to be scabs on his large, bulbous nose. Nice. Greetings! The man doesn't bother to look up. Instead, he continues to stare cross-eyed down at his nose. Yeah? What do you want? Could I rest here? Sure, yeah, can Burke, if you got the jink for it. Nobody puts up here for free except old Nestor over there. That's only because no one's addled enough to mess with him. Yeah, who's Nestor? Nestor's that balmy old sod in the corner there. He hikes a thumb over his shoulder towards the back of the room. Watch your step around him, Burke. He's not right in the head. Always rattling his bone box about his fork and all. I wish someone would do us all a favour and get rid of him. Why don't you get rid of him yourself? Yeah, don't you think I've tried? I have. And look what I gets from me effort. He leans his face forward and points at the bleeding scabs on his nose. The balmy sod nearly bit me nose off. I could get rid of him for you. I'll tell you what, Cutter. If you can get rid of him for me, you can stay here for free as often as you like. Deal? Fair enough.
Updated my journal.
Okay. Leave. Okay, so where's Nestor then? Hive dweller. That's Nestor, isn't it? The barrier. Oh no, that's Nestor. Let's go talk to him. You see an aging man in soiled and tattered clothes frantically pacing in the corner. His shock of filthy white hair sticks out in every direction, and his face, encrusted with dirt and streaks of dried blood, is covered with grey stubble. Every few seconds he stops pacing and flails about suddenly, muttering and cursing as if assaulted by some unseen foe. He doesn't seem to notice your approach. Greetings. At the sound of your voice, the old loon whirls about to face you, his wide staring eyes bulging in their sockets. He regards you for a brief moment, then returns to his raving. No, 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 it's not you, hoo-hoo, but soon, yes, soon. Are you the one they call Nestor? The old man seems oblivious to your presence. Hoo-hoo, you'll come, yes, you'll come, and old Nestor will be waiting. Waiting? Who are you waiting for? Waiting, yes. He suddenly plops down on the floor as if overcome by exhaustion. Long have I waited, waiting. He takes a deep breath and springs back to his feet. Wait forever, if I have to. Do you hear me? Are you all right? No. Nestor's face turns beet red and his whole body shakes in protest. My fork. Can't leave without my fork. Hoo-hoo, fork, fork, fork. Your fork? Fork, fork. Can't go home without my fork. Nestor's frenzy reaches a violent crescendo. Excuse me. He begins hopping up and down maniacally, then suddenly stops, lowers his head, and runs headlong into a large wooden cupboard that stands against the back wall of the flophouse. The force of the impact knocks the old man flat on his back. After a few seconds, he stands back up, a dazed expression on his face. Gone, stolen. Can't go home without my fork. Stolen, you say? Who took your fork? Nestor stares at you for a long moment, then begins rummaging through the pockets of his filthy tunic. After a few seconds, he produces what appears to be a dismembered ear. Judging by the stench and colour of the ear, you'd wager that the old loon has been toting it around in his pocket for some time. You have my fork, don't you? Don't you? Hoo-hoo. He holds the ear close as if speaking to it. Bring back my fork. If I can find your fork, then will you leave? Wait, waiting. He shakes the ear violently as he shouts into it. Until you bring it back, then I can go home. Right, I'll try to find your fork. Alright, if that's what we need to do, we'll find his bloody fork. Until then, give him 5 coppers and rest. Yeah, we... Oh, look at that! That's the Lady of Pain, by the way, in the centre there. Very nice. Hey, we've rested. Oh, we haven't really healed that much, though. Enough, though. Certainly enough. What's the barrier doing? You see the tall figure of a creature standing before you. The lower portion of its body resembles that of a goat. However, just above its powerful forelegs, its shape takes on a more human appearance, with a man's torso, arms, and head, all of which are covered in polished armour. The creature's eyes are closed, and it appears to be sleeping. Let the creature sleep for now. Yeah, I'm not really interested in disturbing a creature like that.
All right.
Not now, anyway. Okay, right. So we've got lots of quests. Lots of quests. Where's this go? What's this to? Oh, wow, look at that. It's the northeastern portion of the hive. Okay. Dustman. And there's a demon there. Lots of dustmen about. Hello? Harlot. God, the debuts are really busy, aren't they? Really busy. Doesn't look like they're actually doing anything, though. One ear. Ah! Well, I think we know who took the fork, don't we? You see a shady-looking fellow standing before you, picking his teeth with what appears to be a tiny metal fork. His chest is covered by patchwork armour, adorned with large spikes, and a long knife hangs at his side. You notice he is missing a right ear. Greetings! He regards you coolly from the shadows as if sizing you up. I had some questions for you. The one-eared tiefling... Oh, he's a tiefling! Half human, half demon. The one-eared tiefling scowls at you threateningly. Pike off, Burke, or I'll have your guts for garters. Oh, hoo, hoo. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, Burke. He glazes at you angrily. Now I suggest you get your mangled carcass out of me sight before I carve my name into you. Ooh. Certainly. Just give me the fork you stole from me and I'll be on my way. With a flash of movement too quick to follow, he whips his knife from its sheath and begins waving it menacingly before you. Why don't you come and take it from me, Burke? Yeah. You sure do? Oh no. Okay, fine. Let's fight him. I don't really want to, but let's do it. God, we are not proficient at all as a fighter.
It is I.
Oh, he's doing. You know, we're doing all right. Between us, we're doing okay. I can't wait till I get some proper magic, though, I'm telling you that. Fork. High quality stiletto. Nice. Okay, right, let's go and give the loony old man his fork back, shall we? We could have done this the easy way and just dragged him out, you know. Is this the fork you speak of? Nesta hastily snatches up the fork. My fork, my fork, my fork, 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 hoo-hoo. He hops up and down excitedly, waving the fork back and forth in an elaborate pattern above his head, as if he were performing some sort of ritual. Now I can go home. Farewell, hoo, farewell, Nesta. Nesta turns to leave, as if struck with some afterthought. He turns back around and hands you a scrap of something soft and rubbery, the severed ear. Upon closer examination, you notice there is an earring still dangling from it. Pocket the earring and discard the rotten piece of flesh. Interesting. Where did it... Okay. That was interesting. Hello. What is this? Examine. This small earring is made from polished obsidian. Despite the smoothness of its surface, it reflects no light whatsoever. How would you like to identify this? Oh, I haven't got the means, have I? God damn it. I'll have to take that somewhere to get it identified to see what it does. Right. So, Nesta's gone home here. Maybe the old sod wasn't so balmy after all. He gives you a hearty slap on the back. Now, baby, we can all get some rest around here. Feel free to set up Kip anytime. That's cool. That's really cool. So we can sleep whenever we want. That's very good. We might do that, actually. Yep, let's rest. Excellent. Cool. We're making some slow progress. After dying a lot. That's the nature of the game, though. That is, it's a bit different from Baldur's Gate in that regard. You do die a lot in this game. A lot. What's this? Who are you? Oh, it's a harlot. No, I'm not interested in her. Oh, god damn it. More of them. It's very easy. Oh, yes. It's very easy to get into situations over your head in this game.
You see that?
But we're not doing too badly, all things considered. We're doing alright. I mean, because I always start out as a sorcerer in Baldur's Gate, it's a little easier. It is a little easier. Some sort of crypt there. God, I love these cities. Just how massive and interesting they are. And the architecture's gorgeous. I love Sigil, I really do. It's one of my favourite settings in D&D. It's hard not to like it, really, isn't it? I mean, Rag Picker Square, yeah, we wanted to come here, didn't we? Oh, the music's different here. Interesting. Let's have a look around and see what we can find. Nobody's due a level up or anything, are they? No. Mort, no. No. Spellbook. Excellent. Details, yeah, cool. So he's got 2 spells on at the moment that are actually quite cool. Oh, what's this? Power of 1. This spell increases the target's strength. Close. Very cool. This is his level 2 spell that he's got. That's very cool. Okay.
Done.
Let's have a look around. This is where Farod is, isn't it? Yellow Fingers. Yeah. Who are you? Ratbone? The named characters almost all have quests or things to do for them, or something of intrigue. Oh, what's going on here? What is he doing? Yellow Fingers. This weaselly looking fellow is skulking about the garbage like a tattered shadow. Seeing you and Mort, he beckons to you. Stay. The skull. Where you get the skull, eh? Me skull it is. Give it back to me. I don't think it is, man. Mort turns to the hiver. Pike off. You're not getting this skull. Ooh. Ooh, no. I'm not letting him have Mort. Yeah, who are you? Skull's mine. Mine, eh? Give it to me. I'll forget you stole it. He mumbles, his narrowed eyes darting. This is not your skull. You're calling me a liar, eh? Skull's mine. Mine. He mumbles for a moment, eyes rolling and darting. You're the thief spitting lies. I'll gut you. I wouldn't try it. The man glances at you. Oh, okay. Meet his attack. Fine. Sorry, man.
Damn. Endure. I'm hurt.
Oh, fuck.
You see that?
Oh, no. Oh, we just made that. God almighty. Done. I didn't really want to do that, but, oh well. Bit of casual violence. What is this? This sagging platform looks as if it's about to collapse. God, this is a very strange place, isn't it? Ragpicker's Square, what is this? The Midwife's Hut. Sharegreaves Kip. Right, okay. Let's have a look in here. This sounds very interesting. A midwife. Old Mebeth. This squat old woman looks like she has had all the colour bled out of her. Everything from her hair to her shawl to her robe, all are shades of grey. The only splotches of colour on her come from several strange herbs which are tied to her belt by their stalks. The herbs make a strange swish when she moves like a broom. Greetings. The elderly woman turns and stares at you, and you notice the grey shades blanketing her body extend to her features as well. Her hair is a wispy grey, and her eyes are like chips of granite. She frowns when she sees you, and who might you be? I am a traveller. Is that so? And where have you travelled from then? To Death's Kingdom and back, I think. Yeah. The woman spits once, twice, 3 times and makes a semicircle over her heart. Wear what you say, child, and pray one of the dead powers don't take offence at your words. I see. Who are you? With a sly cackle she wags her eyebrows. Have you not heard of old Mebeth then, the midwife of the square? Have you not now? She narrows her eyes and her voice drops. Well, now you have, for I be Mebeth. You're a midwife. What do you do?
Updated my journal.
I set bones right, drive the cough out of the sick, yank out squealing stubborn babes, mend cloaks or a rag or two, make cures and herbs and such. She squints at you, studying your scars. Been eating a cure or 3, do you then? Cures, yeah. Aye, you've been eating some cures to look at you. Do you want to buy some, do you? She glances at the scars covering your body again and shrugs. Too late to be asking for them, I think. Actually, we could use some healing. Mebeth nods. Very well, then. She reaches for one of the dried herbs at her belt, snaps it off at the stalk, then grinds it in her calloused palm. Small wisps of dust and pollen rise from her hands. She then mumbles to herself, then blows the dust into the air. Take a deep breath. Ooh, the grey pollen swirls around the room, blanketing you and your companions. You breathe deeply, and less than a moment later you feel strangely refreshed. Thank you, Mebeth. I feel... Oh, that's interesting. She's a healer. Okay, that's good to know.
All right.
Although there is something slightly sinister about her as well, isn't there? You feel as though there's a catch, basically. What's this? This tower looks like it was built to hold rainwater. Okay. Where are we going? God, Ragpicker's Square is a hole, isn't it? It's very cool, though. It's very different from the rest of the hive. What's this? Oh, can we not go down there yet? No, we're on the bridge, aren't we? Oh, I see, and it curls round. Oh! Oh, it's a portal. The wall of refuse flickers, wavers, and seems to fold in on itself, revealing an open space beyond it. A passage or portal seems to have formed within the frame of the archway. Interesting. Done. City of Doors, ladies and gents. City of Doors. I wonder where it goes. Shall we have a look? Let's do it. Interesting. That's the way the City of Doors works. And that's the least of them. At least that actually leads to a place in Sigil, unlike most places. Where does this go? Oh, let's just go and have a look. Trash Warrens. Anamalai, a ragged, middle-aged collector approaches you as you enter the area. He quickly looks you over and sneers. Don't know you. I don't believe I've made your acquaintance either. The collector continues to glare at you. I'm looking for a man named Farod. What you're looking for is no concern of mine, Burke, he spits. What is concerning me is that you're still breathing in me presence. Collecting bodies before they're dead sounds like a really good way to meet the lady. No, I don't want to attack him. Yeah. You seem to talk some sense into the collector as he turns away from you. Watch your back, Cutter. Most here will talk to you with their blade before their bone box, and if you stay much longer, I be doing the same. Whatever. Okay, fair enough. Right. I'm going to end it here, ladies and gents, because I think this is where we're going to find Farod. Until next time, my dears. Bye-bye.